All right, good job in the videos, and I did make an update to that invoice since you're going to be out. You'll be out another week in July, one that's different from me. So, yeah, well, that's adjusted. That was sent, and we're going to try something a little new here, a little different with the strumming. Well, the strumming is we got two new rhythms, but instead of using chords, the power chords the whole time, we're going to use these octave shapes. Something that is used in metal every now and then. Maybe not crazy popular, but pretty cool sound to it. You can do a lot of melodies and riffs with it. So we're going to try that. So strumming is exactly the same. Up on the upbeat, down on the downbeat. And yeah, so all those X's in there, that's for the muted strings. So basically, taking the power chord shape, the 3-string one, and removing the middle note. So getting rid of the 5th interval, and you want to use your index finger to mute that middle string. So let's get into it here, starting at the 60. So yeah, this one, rhythm's the same, every single bar. And we are coming in on the upbeat of 1, once again. So some tricky stuff going on. So the downbeat of 1 and 4. So the downbeats of 1 and 4, we do not play on. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 2. 3, 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 and 1, 20, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 2. 180. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the old 240. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 2, also using the octave shapes, except for the very end. The very end, we will finish with a power chord and string changes for this one. Also coming in on the upbeat of 1. So in this, the 1 and 2, the downbeats of 1 and 2 are not being played on. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 3, 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 ugly chord there. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 3, 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 4, and 3. Now, when you're working through this, notice my thumb's going over the top to help with the muting. So, see if you can do that. And if you find like this one here, or even the other one, if you find that you're having too difficult of a time keeping strings muted and sounding clean, changing all these strings, whatnot, with the octave shape, if it's just too much of a pain in the butt, just go back to regular power chords on this one so you can work on the strumming at least. But definitely try it with the octave shape so you can get used to moving those around. But again, if it's like feels way too difficult, you notice like the strings are always ringing out and you just cannot keep things muted well, just go to the power chords instead. So this way, because you can keep those sounding clean, which is good. And then you can get practice with this strumming pattern. And then what you can do besides this is just, just try and strum up and down, something like this. Just kind of practice changing those shapes there, or the position strings that you're on. So that's something you could do if you need it. 120. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 3, 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 4, and 180. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. I needed to mute my phone. Sorry about that. All right, one more time without the notice interruption. Whoops. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. All right, and a 240. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So yeah, with the chord stuff, so something else you can do with all these chords that you did. Oh no, where'd it go? There we go. So I use this as an example since it's the latest one. You can also use this idea and use it with power chords. So same kind of, so it's basically instead of having those chord shapes being used, you just use the power chord instead. Same thing with that A mixed melodian there. Just plug in a power chord shape. Whoop. Reading that right? No, I'm not. There we go. I'm still getting used to the 7-string myself. So that's how the 3-string shape would look. So it's basically just chopping off the highest string being used. Of course, that's with that shape and this one. But not that one. That one you got to change a little bit. So, yeah, if you go through these, it's just a way to practice using power chords instead. If you haven't done something like that, it would be a really good idea. And you can use these progressions as an example. I have this drum tracks already found on YouTube here. I just looked up rock drum track, This one is 120 beats per minute. So what you can do is just practice moving the power chords around. And any kind of rhythm is fine. Do something like that. Or you can do more fancy. You just do the 2-string version as well. So stuff like that. Then the A Mixolydian one. So again, 2 strings or 3 is fine. So just like a chance to be creative with the those chords. And like the C-sharp Locrian one. Or 1, 2, 3, 4. That we're using that diminished 5th chord there, basically just taking that C-sharp diminished shape and removing that. But anyway, that's the idea. You can do something like that just to practice the power chords and moving it around and the chord progressions that you have put together. You can do it for any of the keys. So that's like a supplemental thing you can do if you have yet to do anything like that with power chords. But the homework, the actual number 3 thing, the main thing to do is fill this in. So let's change how this looks. Actually, you know what? Let me do it this way. Okay. Yeah, just your basic triad stuff, and this is probably things that you did on the piano, where it's just root position. They're just all in order, all the intervals, and it's just one right after the next. You're basically just skipping every other note. So the first set is done, so you can see how this is going to go, and very similar to how you filled in the other chord shapes. So you just going through in key, different majors, minors, and diminished. So what you're going to do after getting familiar with those shapes there is you're going to go up to the low E string and you're going to start filling them in again. So you tab it out, put in the chord name, and things to be aware of, just like before. Like right here you have chord number 2 twice in a row. So basically you climb up as high as you can, and then when you reach that chord that is you're able to play it in the open position as well, then you're going to do that. You'll see it's the number done twice. So we can play that D minor at the high octave and the open position, so that's why it's twice in a row. You'll see that happen here with chord number 5. So that'll be the high octave and then the open position. And then starting on the A string, we actually have the 1 chord twice. So we always start as low as we can. So in this case, you'll start with the open position and end with the high octave. And then down here we got chord number 3. That'll be done at the high octave and then open position, and down here chord number 6, high octave, open position. So yeah, fill it out, send it over, and maybe have some fun with the power chords. Try just basically replace all those chords that you have filled in before with the keys you've done. Just changing the power chords. Like, so start in the same spot, like the same root note, but just change the chord. No need to make a video for that unless you'd like to. Maybe just choose one key to focus on, that's fine. But yeah, basically all the scale stuff. So you said you know those 3-note per string scale shapes. So really just like a matter of plugging in the power chords, and you can make up all kinds of riffs all over the place. But I think that about covers it. So any questions come up, let me know, and I'll see you again in your new videos.